Hello everyone, welcome to the next tutorial of Revit selection. How do we do this selection? So this is Raj for BIM Modeler. Let's start it. Usually, like any other Windows software, you can use your left click mouse button for selecting an element and use anywhere that you want to select. Simply by clicking the element, you will be able to select it as similar to any other software. If you are holding your control key, and you will be able to select multiple elements like this. If you are selected by mistake some other element, say for example this add terminal or this duct element like this, if you don't want to select them, you can use the shift key. You see that the cursor, if I press the shift, automatically it shows minus. If I press control key, it shows plus. I'm holding the shift key and you can select the element that you don't want to select. Let me zoom in, control, select this element, holding shift key, select this element, automatically deselects from the selection. So this way you will be able to select multiple elements by holding control keys. Deselecting an element, you can hold the shift. And next option is that how to do a window method selection and cross window method selection. There are two things in any other softwares, like in AutoCAD, for example, you have a window method and cross window method. So for a window method, you have to click from the left side and you have to select the element towards the right side. The window will come as a solid line like this. Whatever the elements which is covered inside, it will be selected. For a cross window method, you have to click on the left side and you have to move your cursor by holding it. You have to go towards left, from right to left. So the line will show as a hidden line, like dotted line like this. Whatever the elements which covers inside, also which touches this element, will be get selected. So this is how this window and cross window method works. And if you want to try, go inside the project, select the element like window method, click and select it like this, from here to here, from here to here. By holding the control key and select it. This will be combined together, will be much useful for you, and it will be easy to select. The next thing is that if I want to select only the duct element, I don't want these tag elements. So for example, if you need specific elements, for example in this selection, you don't need some unnecessary elements in this selection, you can use the filter. There is a filter option in this top after your selection. So for example, you will not have any filter option. If you select multiple elements or at least an element, you will see a filter option in this place in contextual tab. Click this filter. It will show you the elements that you have selected, how many elements selected. Also you can see that how many elements selected in this place. You can see them in this place even, how many elements have been selected. You can use this even say for example cabinetry fitting, and you can change the properties, or you can use this filter and you can see all the elements like that. I want only the air terminal, so take none. I can select only the air terminal tags. Click OK. Now only there are 43 elements selected, which is nothing but air terminal and air terminal tags. Going back to the filter, untick this tag, select OK. Now we have selected only the air terminal, which is 43. And you will be able to see the property on the left side. Multiple different type of elements are selected, which says that there are different types, maybe a different length and width, maybe a different category of air terminals which we have selected. There are 23, so you can change their common properties from this place. So by using a filter, you will be able to filter out what elements category that you want to select. As simple it is. The next thing is that using a tab key. The tab key is very useful key if you are selecting overlaying element, or if you want to select continuous, so it will be very useful. For example, so if you are going nearby an element and you see that there is a linked file, there are many elements in this place. If you want to select a wall, you have to tap multiple times. You have multiple elements overlapping each other in this place. You can use the tab key and you can go ahead and select. Tab this grid, tab again this grid, in this place, this one. The other option is that continuous selection. For example, we want to select this all entire connection connected ducts together. Use tab key by holding it and use multiple times, and you will be able to see that it's selecting entire network of the duct. Click left click and automatically this duct will be selected together. Now if you are going to the filter, you can see that air terminal, duct fittings, ducts, flex ducts and everything connected together, so selecting together all the elements. We need only the duct elements and duct can filter out the pipes. Now with this you will be able to delete the element or move the element or copy the elements. We can do different operations once it is selected. So while you are selecting, you have to understand that how to avoid some unnecessary element from the select. There are some tools available in the bottom right side. Same tool option is available in this place. So what is this select link will do? So if you have any linked element in this project, which I don't have it right now, but if you have the elements, so if you don't want to select them, most probably the Revit architectural link or the AutoCAD link. If you are always selecting by mistake that the link, can use this button and automatically it will not be selected from your clicking the left click or window method. You can avoid that by using this option. In Revit, underlaying elements. What is underlaying elements? When you are in the coordination view or when you are in the discipline, so for example, we are in the discipline of mechanical, ductworks and pipeworks. So automatically the architectural elements will be underlaid element or the next floor elements, so called underlaying elements, which will be slightly dimmed. The color of the element will be comparatively dimmed from the other elements. If you are trying to select it, see for example these architectural elements are inside the project, it is not linked element. So if I am trying to select it, it will be selected by mistake. So like if I am using window method or any other selection method, by mistake these elements will be selected. These underlay element can be avoided by using unticking this option from here or from here. Now if I am trying to select this element, so I cannot select. If I use tab even, I will not be able to select. If I untick this, I can use the tab multiple times and then I select these. So the underlying elements also helpful for avoiding the, by selecting these elements, to avoid the selection of these elements. Pinned element. Most of the times I used it for some elements like rooms or spaces. By mistake selection. See, whenever I move the cursor, you can see that room elements are getting pop up and the grids also getting pop up. So what I do is I always go there, select like this, because these room elements and grid elements are, once the projects are done setting, will not move always. So check none, select rooms and spaces and grids. Select OK. Only the rooms and other spaces elements and grid elements are selected. I will use pin command. Now these elements will not be moved. Pinning cannot move it. So I don't want to select them. Still the pop-up comes. So you can see that. And I don't want to select the pinned elements. I can use that option. If I see that no pop-ups comes from the grid or the rooms or spaces. This will be reduce our system process to highlight these elements. I will not be able to select. I do a window method or cross window method. This will be very much useful. So you cannot use it for all the elements. You have to know that which element to be pinned, not to be pinned. So the next option is that select by face. So for example, these are all elements. Face is nothing but each element side or left or each side. So if I select it, you can see that I can go inside and pick the element simply by holding the cursor. Even you can do that in 3D, but in plan view I'm doing it. If I want to select only by edges, I can tick this option. Now if I hold the mouse inside it, it will not be highlighted because it will not be selected. If I hold it nearby the edge, it will be get selected. So it depends on your requirement. You can keep it select by face or select by edge. You can use this option. Most probably I will keep it like this. I don't want to select by face by mistake. The next option is that if you see that by keeping this, if I'm trying to select window method, this element, this air terminal, see automatically it will be stretching. So by mistake, if I'm not selecting from this element, it will not get selected. If I hold it in this place and click and drag it, by mistake the element will be moved. To avoid that, you can use this option, drag element on selection. Automatically when I try to click and drag, it will not be dragged. So when I turn it off, by mistake I will be click and drag. So to avoid this, you can keep it, I recommend you to keep it always like this. If you want to drag this element, select the element first and then drag. That will be more useful and can avoid some accidental from one place to the other. I hope this selection process helps, and do practice with the selection window method, cross window methods, and with the different elements by selecting it, and use filter option and try to use all these options. If you learned something from this tutorial, do like and share it with your learning friends, and keep learning. See you on the next one.